Here's the thing. John Lewis put Democrats in kind of an awkward position on Friday. A lot of Democrats are like, oh, no, now I'm going to have to be forced to defend President-elect Trump. Now, I think that President-elect Trump changed the dynamic by engaging with him.
Yes.
But that was, a lot of Democrats had raised their eyebrows at John Lewis doing that.
Well, he's Congressman John Lewis. I just want to say that to make sure that we give him the requisite respect that he deserves. And 50 years ago, everything that he did is still important today. Now, I, as a Democrat, we know that the Russians had some impact, but they didn't go vote on election day. They didn't mess with the electronic data. So there are some Democrats that get that, and they didn't write the emails. Democrats are going to have to wear that. But at the same time, what the president-elect needs to do, this is not The Apprentice, the White House edition. His tweets were insensitive. For him to categorize Congressman Lewis's district as in bad shape.
Crime infested.
Crime infested.
It's not, by the way.
Fortune 500 companies. It's about 58% African American. Right. Institutions are higher learning. It is diverse ethnically and it is diverse economically. So my memo to my white elected officials, not just President-elect Trump, but a lot of white elected officials make this mistake in making the African American community a very homogeneous. They read us the wrong way. They think everybody's poor, everybody's broken down. That is not the truth. So they need to come and visit some African American communities and see the diversity of that community. The president is going to have to let some of this stuff roll. President-elect will have to let some of this stuff roll off,
Why does
Jake.
President Trump have to be the bigger man when you've seen calls for recounts, calls for Russia involvement, like after thing after thing they were trying to delegitimize
I'll
his
tell you
president?
why, because when you're president, you got to take the heat. And
that wasn't what you were
personally
saying when Donald
attacking
Trump was
people,
attacking President Obama.
Personally, yeah, but President Obama took the heat. He rose with dignity.
He did.
And he took all the low blows, and he's going to leave office with one of the highest approval ratings of any president in modern American history. So the verdict is in on President Obama. He took the heat. I would suggest that in this instance, if you're concerned about America's urban communities, assemble a team of people who understand America's urban communities. Let's have a public policy discussion. Let's understand, as Nina says, great cities like Atlanta, Chicago, Philadelphia, New York, small towns like Scranton have problems, but have tremendous successes and assets. Let's not downgrade these communities.
That's right.
Hold on right there. Stay with us.